Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for on the day we are together again. On the day we are together again, I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again, we will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will go back to work. May we be among people who respect our work. Someday we will go back healers who keep us alive. To the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light. To the healers who keep us alive. And the ones we love who are gone. And the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere, but you chose to be right here, and I'm thankful for that. Today is December 11th, 2023. It is 8:01 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. It's good to see you all in chat. Do you have your Christmas shopping done? I Hey, Brandy B, Beverly, Sugar, Chloe, Juno, Jude, I see you, Mama Four Boys, Vanna, Stormy, JD, Fine Summer, Rosemary, Jam, September, Purple Moose, Connie S, Brenda, Trina, Sugar, Lori, Ruby, JD, Adoption Scans. Hi, haven't seen you in a while. Sharon, Dot, hello, baby kisses. My darling English Rose, Linda, Steph. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. Hello, Chris. Hello, Mike, Tara, baby kisses, Stephanie. It's good to see you all. KW, Beverly, Jackie. Hey Jude, Beverly again, KW, 101 a.m. there. Ooh, Gypsy Girl, Ruby Slippers, Butterfly Kisses, September Virgo, Burning Spring Butterfly, Susan SL, Nice Marie, Mama Bear, Unicorn. Not yet. You better get it done, girl. Vicky, Hazel, Mississippi Girl, Sugar Lake Superior, Honey Elder, Cotton Candy Baby Kisses, Beth. Hello, Nerdy, Rickson, Jack J, Teddy Bear, Radio Gods, Marie, Ginger Snap, Mississippi, Single Mom. Hello, everyone. Hello to all of you. Hope you all are well. Hello, everyone in the bushes. You can come out and play. I promise. We don't bite. I promise. Um, let me see. What was that? Hey Ryan, good to see you. Thank you, Ryan, so much for having me on your panel yesterday. I appreciate it. Uh, Ryan is the real deal. Wonderful gentleman. Breath of fresh air in this community. Him and his beloved wife. Please drop uh, Ryan's uh, channel if you don't mind. So, got a lot to talk about today. Hey, Lady May. Sometimes we make. Thank you, Beverly. You're very kind. Yeah, you little bush dwellers, you little dingoes, you little dingoes. Hello, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, Ryan is awesome. 909 days since Summer Moon Utah Wells has been officially missing. June 15th, 2021. 867 days since Michael Monkey Vaughn has been missing. July 27th, 2021. I know it's been a long time. It has been grueling. Hey, Nana. How are you, my love? Good to see you. Hey, vet girl. Um, but it is one day also, in my opinion, that we are closer to answers. Um, I do believe wholeheartedly that we will have answers in the Summer Moon, Utah well case and the monkey Michael Vaughn. SL, thank you so much for keeping us going on this channel. One gifted membership. If you was the lucky one to receive your gift, please give SL a big thank you, and just gifted another. Thank you so much, SL. I appreciate you so much. Hello, Cotton Candy. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Uh, Carrie says, when the Amber Alert went out, I never in a million years would have thought we would still be here today. Any justice without any justice. I know. I know, Carrie. So thank you, darling. Thank you. So sweet, my love. Appreciate you more than you know, truly. Hey, Luminous, good to see you. Lowly Trish, Mama Four Boys, Canadian Cookie, Nada, September Virgo, hello, AV, Blue Eyes Dumpling, Trish, hello, everyone. Uh, hello, Maurice, hello, good to see you. Mississippi Girl, BB, Carla, Roxy. All right, I gotta quit saying hello to everybody, or I won't get through this. I love to say hello to all of you. But we've got a lot to cover this evening. A lot to cover. Some of the inconsistencies in this story, and we're going to go through them. Some of the things Allie has said, some of the things Dotson has said, um, and mainly what really matters is the accounts they are giving that Dawn and Candace Wells have said. Nerdy, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. Um, Lots of inconsistencies. And I always say on this channel, people who have nothing to hide, hide nothing. And that goes for true crime. People who have nothing to hide, hide nothing. And it makes you wonder why these, why there's so much confusion, why these parents vet girl member for 20 months. Thank you. Love you from the bottom of my little pea picking Appalachian heart. Thank you. Um, thank you, yes, for your support. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Got a video here with some things that we need to talk about, some clips. Uh, Everything that I have shared video is in the description for you guys watching, the replay crew. And yeah, so links are in the description. Melissa, welcome to the family. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cotton Candy, I love you. Let's get summer found. I love you too, Cotton Candy, so much. Thank you. And thank you again so much, Melissa. Very, very kind of you. So we're going to talk about some inconsistencies. And again, Sharon, new member. Yay. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh All right. We're getting a little close. We're getting a little personal here. All right. So what? We're friends, right? Okay. So different things that we're going to talk about. Are y'all ready? You're ready? Let's do it. Now, I actually didn't mean to clip this one, but we'll play it.
Ate that day, and Candace told me what Summer ate that day. She said that morning when they went out that morning that she ate hot dogs. They ate hot dogs that morning. She said then she got a slushy at the thing. She said she drank an orange pop, and I think she might have
Was that an orange pop in the back? Hey, my souls.
said something else in between, but she told me when Summer got home that she probably got in the refrigerator and got her something out.
So after, let's say for instance, and again, I've made this point, but I'm going to make it again because it's clipped. So let's say Summer went to bed at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Thank you. Sharon, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Christina. So let's say Summer went to bed at 10 o'clock and she woke up at 7. Let's say she ate a big meal before 10 o'clock p.m. She had that meal 10 o'clock p.m. She gets up at 7, right? So we're working with 9 hours there, right? 10. Yeah, 9 hours. 9 hours. And she allegedly eats a hot dog. A hot dog. I don't believe it, but she eats a hot dog. Let's say she eats a hot dog. And then she's filled with sugary drinks the rest of the day, which is allegedly a grape slushy and some more sugary soda to wash it down with. Thank you, DC. Good to see you, babe. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Smiley. How are you, dear? All right. So she washes it down with that. And then she thinks she may have gotten in the refrigerator, and made herself, something to eat. A 5-year-old, because that's what 5-year-olds do. They get home and they cook themselves something to eat. Okay.
She said that the kids always get in the refrigerator and get food. She said, and that's probably what Summer did when she got home is grab something to eat. But they did eat hot dogs that morning. And that is per Candace. That morning they eat hot dogs when they left out and hot dogs.
Good question, because I don't even think they had a real working, like a real working fridge. I think they had like a motel hotel type fridge.
This child.
Now, this is what I want to show you here. This is from Court TV, Vinny, and local reporter Ansley Daniels, and I don't know who the third lady is. But they tell you, let them tell you.
Would they have to know where that home is, or are you going to casually drive by that home? Or would you have to target that home and say, okay, I know there's a home up there, and I know there's some kids. I'm going to park my car here. I'm going to go to that home. I mean, if you drove, can you drive the car all the way up to the house? Would people in the house not?
This one's a little low, so you might have to turn your volume up a little bit. Look at Ansley's face. Look at Ansley's face. I'm gonna make it bigger for you. Look at Ansley's face. She's like this. Hold on. Thank you, Smiley. She ain't buying it.
Not be able to see it. I mean, this is the part that I'm not quite putting together because it seems like it's so remote to me, but I haven't been there.
It is very far back off of the road. In my opinion, you do probably need a reason to go up to this house. It's not just a place that you would drive up. And Ben Hill.
You would need a reason to go. It's very far off the road. You would need a reason to go up to that house. You would need a reason to go up to that house. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing. If someone was just going up there to see the wells and, then got Summer, it would still be extremely, extremely rare. But they first are not going to know Summer is in the basement alone. How is anyone under this earth, above it, below it, beside of it, going to know Summer is in that room? Sometimes they say it's locked, sometimes they say it's not, which we will cover shortly in this live today. You would need very good directions. Yes, that as well. Hey, Carla. Hey, Kirst. Rita, hello. So I wish I could just magically sit, just put you guys on Ben Hill Road for y'all to understand. I have had my doubts with this story almost from day one because it doesn't make sense. The moment I arrived on Ben Hill Road, I knew. I was like, there is no way in God's green earth, in my opinion. And Don says immediately they put Dawn and Candace, they separated them. Now, I mean, Dawn was supposed to be at work. Candace was supposed to be she was supposed to be just around the house. And they say, they was looking for a little girl around this area that may have gotten lost. But Don says they separated them. And to be honest with you, good, because I'm sure once the police went up there and they said someone took our kid, they looked at him like they had two heads, probably, in my opinion. Looked at him like they had two heads. Smiley has been to Ben Hill Road. You know about it, Smiley. If you've ever been to Ben Hill Road, put a 1 in the chat if you feel like saying it. Oh, Summer 1-800. You can go with me anytime, babe. Anytime. Been to Ben Hill Road so many times. So, Nana, Linda, Amy Lou, Muscles, Gypsy, ICU, Smiley, Hey Jude, Ginger, Women Are Scared, Carrie, Baby Kisses, Lady May. Hold on one second. So a lot of you have been to Ben Hill Road.
also not really a road that you would drive up to either. However, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has not.
It's a road you're not going to drive on. This is a road where you don't go through. It is not a means to get somewhere. It is not a means to get somewhere. You go to Ben Hill Road because you have a reason to go to Ben Hill Road. A reason. Now, either you live on Ben Hill Road, you're visiting someone on Ben Hill Road, or you're delivering something, or you're working there. But that's it. It is a holler. Hey, Crime Stories. Hey, Emma. How are you, my love? It is a dead end and very narrow, very narrow. And the further back you go on Ben Hill, the more narrow it gets.
Identified that this could be an abduction yet. They just continue to say that the circumstances surrounding what happened to Summer are unclear, and that does hold true for us as well. We have heard that she could have just walked off, but again, we believe that they would have found her by now if that was the case. So there are just, like you said, a lot of unknowns, but this area is kind of far back, and the home is up on a hill, so you would most definitely have to have a reason to go up there.
All right, Jennifer Shen, if we're talking about an abduction, I guess one of the challenges that we heard from Ansley is cell service, right? One way we often kind of try to figure out whose cell phone is pinging off the towers, who is in the area, and it creates leads sometimes for investigators. It's going to be tough to do that in this one, huh, Jennifer?
It will be tough to do that. And it looks like in this case, you really need to find her to find evidence. There just doesn't seem to be any evidence of any kind. And, I agree. It's pretty remote. And for someone to have gone there and taken her specifically, then you wonder if that person had been watching her, if that was, something that had been planned, because it's not something you would just sort of drive by and it's a moment of opportunity sort of.
No one's going to be watching her. No one is going to be, like I've said 1,000 times, a perpetrator, a stranger is going to be close to their vehicle. If they are committed enough to kidnap a child, which there is no sign of a stranger abduction, if they are going to be committed enough to kidnap a child, in my opinion, they're not going to do it where they did it. In the middle of nowhere, where it's on a hill, it's on a dead end road, you are not close to your car. The moment you decide to kidnap a child, like I said, whether the kidnap was successful or unsuccessful, you have to split. You have to get out of there. And one way out, you want to make sure that there is more than one way out of there. More than one way out of there. And are you going to kidnap a child that you have to physically carry down a hill that could be screaming, kicking, falling while you're carrying a child that's kicking and screaming? Is that something you're going to do? In my opinion, it's not. It doesn't make sense. Usually, kidnappings, non-familiar, which happens approximately 100 to 115 times a year in the country. Non-familiar abductions, the kind we see like on, television, and I showed you guys some cases in my last live. Yeah, Don says she was gasping for breath. Yes, Don said that. Yep, he certainly did. but I was showing you just non-familiar abductions that has happened over the years in no particular order. We would just click on them. Every single one of them was in areas that would make sense. They were at a ball field, right? They were in a parking lot. They were walking to a store, a convenience store, and that was the last time they was seen. They get you and they throw you in the car and then they haul off quickly. There is too much, in my opinion, that can happen between you going up on that hill, kidnapping a child, and then leaving. There is adults there, there is dogs there is steep land. There is, if you're parked, way further from the road, there is people that can pass by that could see your car, because on Ben Hill Road, everyone knows everybody and everyone knows everyone's business as well. So if you would see a car on the side of the road on Ben Hill Road, you would be like, what the hell's going on here? Why is that car sitting on the side of the road like that? It echoes over there if somebody was screaming loud and it didn't, and a neighbor didn't hear something yelling. And didn't a neighbor hear someone yelling? One of the neighbors claims that she hears someone yelling. Police said that has not been confirmed. However, she stands by it.
Abduction, if that's what happened.
Right. And again, this is what the parents are saying they believe happened, that there was some sort of an abduction. Ansley, we also heard 40 registered sex offenders within the zip code. Um, how geographically, though, I got to think that zip code's probably pretty spread out. It's not like there's 40 people right next door.
Excellent point, Vet Girl. Local traffic quote by Detective P would mean movement locally. Movement can be tracked, especially if one has a criminal history. Absolutely.
But longer, and the terrain is rough, and it would be scary for a 5-year-old to be out there alone in that. So with all those people searching and using the kind of search techniques that they are, if she was there, it seems like they would have found her.
And that is exactly what the best search team in the country, EquiSearch, in my opinion, and all of the locals there, who hundreds of them, gave it everything that they had and then some. Karen, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much for keeping our channel going. I appreciate you tremendously. Thank you. They said they would have found her. Now, you think of a little girl who allegedly had a hot dog. A hot dog, maybe in 12, 13 hours, and a couple sugary drinks. Is she going to have the caloric intake, little Summer, who is, probably didn't have the best nutrition to begin with? Is she going to have the calories, hey, Miss Fletcher, to, track up and down, if she got lost? No, she would become, you know, she wouldn't have the caloric intake, and she would become dehydrated rather quickly. So she's not going to go extremely far. she's not going to go extremely far. She's not going to go miles and miles away. And kids, they take the path of least resistance as well. They don't, when children get lost, they don't generally climb up, mountains straight up or anything. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And they're, obviously tired anyways. They usually, after they become dehydrated and they don't have the calories, they usually just kind of curl up somewhere and rest is the best way I can put it. Sad.
So that is certainly concerning.
Ansley, what do we know about this maroon red vehicle that was mentioned? What are the circumstances surrounding that?
All we know is that that vehicle was in the area around the time Summer went missing. We were told that it was part of the investigation for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to receive trail camera footage and surveillance video from nearby homes, and that is where that truck was believed to be picked up on. We were told that they could have been in the area as well the night before around the same time. They also conducted a roadblock in that area, but since they put that call out over the weekend, we are told that they have not found the driver of that truck. But they've continued to stress that that is just a witness who might know what happened, and that they are not considered to be a suspect.
All right. Ansley Daniel, WJHL, doing great work. Thank you so much. Jennifer Shen.
Ansley has been wonderful on this case. Absolutely wonderful. God bless her. Why is my next video not playing? Okay. All right. Here we go with some clips. This was originally from Unmask. Yes, she is, Smiley. She really is. Has anyone heard law enforcement asking for help recently on that vehicle? Law enforcement asked anyone if they were at Warriors that has anyone asked law enforcement ask anyone if they have been at Warriors that day? Question mark. Anyone seen grandma truck traveling locally that day? Nope. That is a good point. If they're not asking if you've seen Candace, Grandis, Summer at Warriors that day, if you saw them at Sonic, if you saw them at the hospital, the pharmacy, they're not asking any of that. So, in my opinion, they have that nailed down really good. So, in my opinion, they probably know what has happened to Summer. In my opinion, they are probably, in my opinion, still nailing stuff down. The vehicle sky aged. Law enforcement is extremely quiet. Like I said with Angel Overstreet, most of us knew, in my opinion, who was going to be arrested, which was the stepdad. He said, very similar to Dawn, ironically, that CPS came and took baby Angel 2 weeks prior. And CPS said, no, we didn't. Sorry. Okay, we're getting the police here. They didn't say a word. They did some searches. They didn't say a word for over 2.5 years. I think one press conference in over 2.5 years. Finally, there was an arrest. Hey, Granny's house, crimes have consequences. Hello, darling. Tracy with an I. So, knock, knock. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Back it up here.
All the time, we'd come home from work. Hey, how you doing? We'd sit there, we'd listen to music.
Okay, so everybody was kind of friends at the time. Everybody was hanging out and getting along, and then the incident happens. Then you guys aren't friends. Now everybody's hanging out. She stops by. So let's go back to first, Melissa. Do you have any other questions about the friendship and stuff before we go on to June?
Oh yes. Now, was that the only time that she picked up Hunter? Was just that one time to go to the swimming hole, or did they hang out often?
She used to bring the kids over here to the park across the street from me, and they used to play in the park.
Okay, so then you guys would hang out together, or the kids would go over and hang out at the park with her and her kids?
Yes, and there was a time when my oldest kind of snuck off and went up to her house with her best friend and spent the night there, and then she pissed my oldest off, and my oldest caught ways with her.
Is that recent?
Yep.
I've seen a lot of photos of your oldest daughter, I believe to be your oldest daughter, with Summer. She seemed like she liked her. She loved her a lot.
She did. That was her little sidekick.
Fun size made another live. Finally, glad when get moved and get here. The time again, miss you, Justin, and the crew. Oh, fun size. It sucks moving. That's terrible. I know. God. Thank you so much for 16 devoted months, my dear. Thank you for being a member, keeping us going on this channel. I appreciate you so much. So they asked, did Hunter ever, go anywhere? Did he ever go anywhere with, with Candace, I guess, alone? And Allie said, well, they would come over and we would go to the park. Now, there is a park that is right by, and I mean, walking, very, very close walking distance. It's like a water park. It's got like the sprayers and all of that. Very nice where Allie lives, and that's the park they are talking about. But why June 15th? Why, after such a long period of time of not talking, why June 15th? Why did Candace pick up H June 15th? Fun size, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, my love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nana says, in my opinion, TBI knows exactly what happened or putting the puzzle pieces together. I absolutely agree, Nana. Absolutely agree. And I hope your mama is doing good. We've been praying for her too. How can I win a gifted membership? You just need to have your gifted memberships on, is what you need to do, my dear. Barrel needs to be. So, yeah. Is it just a coincidence? Is it just a coincidence?
The grandmother, when Candace picked Hunter up, the grandmother was in the hospital to get her knee checked out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And what time was that at? What time did she come and pick up Hunter?
It was between 10 and 10:30 in the morning. Come on, Bear.
Okay.
Bear.
So when she dropped him off between 2 and 2:30, did you see Summer in the car at that time?
Bear, yes. Summer was in the back seat of the truck.
And she
Was there milk also in the back seat?
Yep, the 2 gallons of milk were side by side, and she was leaning up against them. And I was asking Candace questions like, oh, she must be tired out. She must be pooped, must have had a long day. Because usually if she heard my voice, she would wake up. And she'd run out of the truck. So I kept peeking my head around Candace because the back window was rolled up. She finally rolled the window down. I said, oh, I just want to open the door. I want to touch her. I want to give her a hug, She goes, no, we have to get the groceries home.
Okay.
Was she in her red SUV or was it a red truck?
It was a Silverado.
Oh, okay.
It was her mom's truck.
Her mom's truck.
What?
Do-
Hello, wow.
So Allie has later said that she never went out and saw Summer.
Can I do this?
So then Hunter did go to the store with Candace and Summer.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know, did Hunter actually go fishing, or did they just swim? Did you ever find that out? Like, 'cause she asked if he could go and go fishing. Was there like fishing and swimming, or how did that work out?
From what they're telling us and what Hunter has told us, they just went swimming.
Okay. When you saw Summer in the backseat of the truck, do you know what she was wearing?
Ooh. I know she had a long sleeve.
Okay, it's gonna clip over. Exploited innocence. That bothers me so much knowing that she lied and never. Yes, I know. And why did she lie? Why do these people lie? Okay, where am I going? All right, here we go.
In the truck watching TikTok videos.
Okay. And did Grandma stay in the truck with them, or did Grandma go into the store with Candace?
Grandma went in the store with Candace, which I thought was kind of odd because we just got out of the emergency room with the store late. What are you doing in the store?
I really wonder if Grandis actually went into the store that day, and definitely wonder if she went to the swimming hole, the lake, the horse pond, whatever you want to call it. I don't see Grandis wanting to go a run around, go swimming if she's feeling bad. They had been gone since early in the morning. She had sat in the ER for, it may have been quick. Sometimes it's quick, sometimes it's not. But I don't see Grandis going in the grocery store. Roxy, 13 minutes. 13 months. Prayers for Summer. May this end soon. Yes, I pray that it does. Oh my God. Do I pray that it does? Fun size. Oh my gosh. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Thank you, my beloved. I appreciate you more than you know. If you was one of the lucky recipients to receive one of the memberships, please thank our beloved Fun Size. It's very kind of you. Hey Grace, I don't Spirit Wave says I don't believe she went because on her interview she said, I think they went there where she was asked. And that makes me wonder again, did Candace take Grandis back? Did she take her back to Ben Hill Road? Did she take her back to Ben Hill Road? And then, I need to pull this up. Hold on. The time frame there. Because as crabby as Grandma Grandis is, everyone says she's, Hunter says she's crabby and everything. I don't see her wanting to do that. She is very generous. Thank you. Yes, Ruby. I think something happened around that time because if she heard voices that she knew in the truck had stopped, kids will wake up.
Did Hunter say if Grandma went to the swimming hole with them? Like, did they go pick up Grandma and then go to the swimming hole?
He didn't say.
Okay.
He didn't say. He didn't say to Allie, did they pick up Grandma and then go to the swimming hole? Now, this was before Chris's interview. This was not very, I don't know when this originally, but I was in this live whenever this happened, and it wasn't very long after Summer went missing, that I can tell you.
Do you know the name of the grocery store they went to?
It was priceless.
Priceless.
Okay, so
Now,
go ahead.
there is rumor going around that Candace gave your son alcohol at the swimming hole. Is that true?
Yes, that is very true.
I'm going to back that up. I want y'all, you can zoom in. If you're on a phone, you can zoom in. Look at Leslie's face. Watch Leslie's face. She tells it all. I might be able to make it bigger here.
Grandma went to the swimming hole with them? Like, did they go pick up Grandma and then go to the swimming hole?
He didn't say.
Okay.
Do you know the name of the grocery store they went to?
It was priceless.
Priceless.
Okay, so
Now,
go ahead.
there is rumor going around that Candace gave your son alcohol at the swimming hole. Is that true?
Yes, that is very true.
I know Melissa had something else because she's frozen on my screen. I don't know if she's frozen for you guys, but
Yeah, I was frozen for a second.
okay. So how far from the swimming hole to your house, approximately, like time-wise or mile-wise?
I'd say about a 15, 20-minute drive, depending on which direction you take and traffic.
Would the grocery store be
Had Summer or had Candace ever given alcohol to H before? Allie says, I can't say. And Leslie, God bless her, she's over there like, God bless Leslie. Yes, may she rest in heavenly peace. I wish she would. I so wish she was here. I really so wish she was here. But Leslie can't keep nothing on her face. She immediately shows what she's thinking. And she's just like, she'll nod or either way.
on the way from the swimming hole to your house?
Yes.
So it would make sense in your mind that she would stop at the store before bringing Hunter home and then driving home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhat, but there's several grocery stores from here to her house.
Okay. So that she could have dropped them off and then went to the grocery store and then went home.
Yep.
Okay. So one of the things that's been talked about is that Hunter said that Summer had fallen asleep in the car during the ride home. Was that because he was watching TikTok videos with her at the grocery store? Then she fell asleep after on the way from the grocery store to home, or had she been in and out of sleep, or how what do you know about that?
He said that she just fell asleep right after, they're watching on TikTok videos and she fell asleep because she was tired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, Marlena, I have played that on here. Don did say we screamed for her, meaning Summer. We screamed for her on one of Cher's lives. Yes. Yeah. Sure did.
There was another thing too, that Summer had went underwater for almost a minute and he had to save her or get her up out of the water.
No.
He said that she was underwater for 10 to 20 seconds. That minute thing got blew completely out of proportion.
Yes, it did.
See, Leslie had to speak up there. Because Allie was like, no, I really think Leslie knew more about H than Allie did, to be quite honest with you. Muscle says she just said H said she went to sleep, but supposedly she didn't sleep until 5 minutes before their house. Back that up.
Here to her house.
Hold on.
Okay. Hunter home and then driving home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Somewhat, but there's
Yeah.
several grocery stores
I
from
know what you're saying now.
here to her house.
Okay. So that she could have dropped them off and then went to the grocery store and then went home.
Yep.
Okay. So
It takes the average, I think it's 4 and under, which I did a live on it. Statistically, it takes about 20 seconds to drown. And drowning isn't normally like you see in the movies. It's not like the splashing, like all the splashing and screaming. It's usually very quiet. Very quiet. Because obviously you got water and you can't scream.
one of the things that's been talked about is that Hunter said that Summer had fallen asleep in the car during the ride home. Was that was because he was watching TikTok videos with her at the grocery store? Then she fell asleep after on the way from the grocery store to home, or had she been in and out of sleep? Or how what do you know about that?
He said that she just fell asleep right after, they're watching on TikTok videos and she fell asleep.
They were watching TikTok videos and she fell asleep. That's interesting. Dot, I have wondered, if Summer ever made it back. What time did they really get home? Was it when they said that they did? Or not? So, I don't know if they had spoke with H prior to this interview or not, but the way Allie says is that H said that she was, asleep and then not, but she was supposedly, allegedly awake whenever they left Allie's. Now, if she was asleep at Allie's, or if H saw her asleep, to me, that would send alarm bells for me.
Because she was tired.
Mhm.
Okay.
There was another thing too, that Summer had went underwater for almost a minute and he had to save her or get her up out of the water.
No.
No.
He said that she was underwater for 10 to 20 seconds. That minute thing got blew completely out of proportion.
Yes, it did. It did.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
mean, he
interesting.
was only under. He said that she slid on a rock, went under, and he jumped in and grabbed her.
Okay, so she was in, she slid on a rock, went under, and then he just reached over and got her out. So
Yeah.
like very quick reaction time. That makes so much more sense because we actually
But to be honest with you, is H going to, I mean, he was in the water in that video, but is he going to be paying attention enough? And he's drinking, he's a minor. Is he going to know? Is his reaction going to be that to handle, to get her out of the water quick or check on her? Mississippi Girl, 4 months. Thank you, my love. Where is Summer? Someone needs to tell the truth. Absolutely. I agree. But you know what? If whoever doesn't tell the truth, then it's going to be told for them.
Okay, so she was in, she slid on a rock, went under, and then he just reached over and got
Every day it's a different story.
Okay, here we go.
that Hunter had drink.
Okay, watch
So
Leslie's
yeah,
face
like
here.
very quick reaction time. That makes so
Yeah.
much more sense because we actually had that Hunter had drink.
Do what now?
Yes.
It was okay.
And Candace keeps changing her stories. Like every day it's a different story.
Oh, imagine that. Candace keeps changing her story. No, not Can. Not Dawn. They don't change their story. They don't change their story. They just, in my opinion, love the confusion.
And they don't add up.
They certainly don't add up.
Do you know, had she given him alcohol before? Do you
Watch
know?
Leslie's face.
Not that I can really say.
Watch Leslie's
You were
face.
there when he returned home. Did he
Yes.
seem like he was intoxicated or like that he would have had like
No,
any
he
form
was a
of
perfect
altered?
15-year-old.
Oh, this damn video thingy. Hold on.
Candace picked up your son. So they went back to the hospital to get the grandma. How far of a ride is the hospital from you?
Hold on.
Can really say.
You were there when he returned home. Did he
Yes.
seem like he was intoxicated or like that he would have had like
No,
any
he
form
was a
of
perfect
altered?
15-year-old.
Now,
Okay.
Candace picked up your son. So they went back to the hospital to get the grandma. How far of a ride is the hospital from your house?
About a 5-minute ride.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't out of the
It's
way or anything?
literally like right around there and up the road from me.
Oh, okay.
Very close.
Okay, that's all that's making sense. It's so much easier when you actually can like envision how far things are from each other.
Yeah, but
you know,
I'm
and-
trying. It's because remember Candace did say they got there at 12:21.
Yes, that's when she took the video.
No, the video was at 3:09 p.m.
No,
She said they got
I'm sorry, the video of her swimming, the swimming video, right? Remember she said she knew the time because that's how she took it off of the swimming video.
The picture.
That's how she was
the
so
picture,
precise. Yeah, where she was actually swimming.
But they picked up her son at about 10 o'clock. So what did they do for 2 hours before they went to the swimming hole?
Yeah, what did they do for 2 hours? I think they took Grandis home. What did they do for 2 hours from 10 or 10:30 to 12:21? What did they do? 12:21 is when the video, you guys can't see that. Hold on. 12:21 is the video of the TikTok video. But we have, let me back this up a little bit. Hunter is picked up between 10 and 11. Allie says between 10 and 10:30. Right? Now, the next thing we know, H says all of these things happened prior to like going to the discount store and all of that. H says they went to the discount tobacco store. Candace, which I actually believe her, she says these things happened after the swimming, and I believe that. So in my opinion, between 10:30 and 12 o'clock, they took Grandis' ass back home. None of them can tell them. So at 12:21, we got the Warrior's Path. I think they went. They took. After they dropped Grandis off, they got that prescription. Yeah. Grandis took a nap. Yeah, I don't know when the nap was, but I don't think she went to the. I don't think, and that makes me wonder about how long that grocery store. I don't know. It's just weird. I wonder why. Where was that question? Who really called Candace saying someone was on the hill wanting to touch the kids? Maybe that was the key, aka. I believe that was Dawn. Personally, I do believe that was Dawn. Did they drop Grandis off? They came back because Candace kept saying, H, you are not coming home with me. He wanted to come home. You're not coming home with me. You're not coming home with me. Huh. And I wonder if Dawn got jealous. Just a thought. Just an opinion.
Allie, do you have
hospital-
anything?
That right now we can't really discuss because
Okay.
that was part of the interrogation.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely understand.
Yeah.
Somebody did ask a question.
If
Allie,
the
do you have
hospital-
anything?
No, the video was at 3:09 p.m.
No,
She said they got
I'm sorry, the video of her swimming, the swimming video, right? Remember she said she knew the time because that's how she took it off of the swimming video?
The picture.
That's how she was
the
so
picture,
precise. Yeah, where she was actually swimming.
But they picked up her son at about 10 o'clock. So what did they do for 2 hours before they went to the swimming hole? If
Allie,
the
do you have
hospital-
anything?
That right now we can't really discuss because
Okay.
that was part of the interrogation.
Okay. Absolutely understand.
They can't discuss because that was part of the interrogation. I have thought Dawn could have been freaked out knowing H and Candace were together. Yeah. We know what Dawn does when he gets jealous, when he gets in a fit of rage, don't we? He drives he will literally drive across the country 110 miles an hour. It happened 10 months prior with Jose.
Yeah.
Somebody did hired, and did he go a lot of places with them? Did you see him like when you
Nope.
guys would take the kids places? Okay. Let me see. See if there's anything else.
Yeah.
Now, they both took polygraph tests.
Well,
Did
they've said they took polygraph tests and they have said that they have passed, but we have not heard the confirmation from law enforcement on that.
If she
Right.
passed the polygraph, why did she call your son in the cop car stating, I failed a polygraph test. I have to go take another one. I'm going to the police station.
To take another one, or
This is when the female officer went there and Candace was crying, and that officer was not so nice to Candace at that point. Was she, Candace? Listen to what Leslie says.
see if there's anything else.
Now, they both took polygraph tests.
Well,
Did
they've said they took polygraph tests and they have said that they have passed, but we have not heard the confirmation from law enforcement on that.
If she
Right.
passed the polygraph, why did she call your son in the cop car stating, I failed a polygraph test. I have to go take another one.
Here's another question. Why is Candace in the back of a cop car calling a 16-year-old? Let's think about that for a moment. Why is Candace in the back of a cop car calling a 16-year-old who they were together the day Summer went missing? Why? If that doesn't send alarm bells, I don't know what the hell else does. Supposedly, she was supposed to show up for a polygraph, but she decided she didn't want then the cops to come pick up. Oh, they had to come pick her up. They absolutely did. But why are you calling a 16-year-old, Candace? Yes, with Don's son in the vehicle. Yeah.
Going to the police station.
To take another one, or
Yeah, because she
Yes, to
failed.
take another one.
So she
And then
called
the next
Hunter.
day, after they questioned Hunter, she showed up here, her and her mother, to question Hunter on what they said, which is illegal.
Oh, people who have nothing to hide nothing. After they question Hunter, we know that Candace and Grandis showed up at H's house asking why. And Candace, why were you FaceTiming him constantly after Summer went missing? You was not supposed to be in contact with H. And you absolutely were. 100%. They should have arrested her ass for that, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Wow.
well, that's interesting. So she was on her way to the police station to take her second polygraph.
Yes. Because she failed the first one.
And she called your son to tell him that.
Yep.
While he was at work.
While he was at work.
Because he called us at work wanting to know what he's supposed to do.
If you can't answer this, I understand, but what do you guys think happened that day?
I really can't say, but I have a gut feeling about it.
Can you say your gut feeling, or is that out of the question too?
That'd be like what I told the TBI and stuff. But in terms of it, I don't think she's hearing one with us.
What she told TBI.
I think she's hearing one with us.
Honestly, I'm trying to hold out hope the best I can. Go ahead, Leslie. I'm sorry.
I told her grandmother and her mother that I didn't like her because of the way she done her kids. The first time I met Allison was at Allison's birthday party. They had a little pool out back for the kids to play in. Her two boys was horse playing. Okay, that's what you're going to do in a swimming pool. And because they was horse playing, she got mad at them, made them get out of the pool from being wet and lay on hot pavement with their stomach against the hot pavement.
This was she made all the boys do that, or just
do what?
She made all the kids.
Darzilla, thank you so much. That's not what Hunter said about Summer going underwater. He wasn't in the water. That is true. Yes. He said he looked around. She was underwater and he took off. Did he say he took off his shirt? Jumped in after her? Because he took off his shirt during that TikTok video. But I remember him saying he went in the water. Thank you again, Darzilla. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. He said that? Okay. He did say that. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. I'm checking something. 1 second, y'all. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Obviously, the hospitals have cameras. We will see when they. That is absolutely true. Yes, that is absolutely true. Yep. They definitely. He told Chris he took off his shirt. Huh.
do that, or just one?
2 of her boys. And it made me mad, and I went and told Allison. She got mad at him, her mother, that I didn't like her because of the way she done her kids. The first time I met Allison was her at Allison's birthday party. They had a little pool out back for the kids to play in. Her 2 boys was horse playing. Okay, that's what you're going to do in a swimming pool. And because they was horse playing, she got mad at them, made them get out of the pool from being wet and lay on hot pavement with their stomach against the hot pavement.
This was
And I got
she made all the boys do that, or just
do what?
she made all the kids do that, or just one?
2 of her boys. And it made me mad, and I went and told Allison the pool was going to get emptied because those kids are not going to get hurt by her doing stuff like that to them.
There has been several, at least 3 that I can think of the top of my head, of people claiming they have seen abuse with Candace and the kids. Can you imagine having a mother like Candace and the way she treated them? Yeah, I've talked to that person. Grace, I've talked to that person that saw that at the school. I just wonder if Summer got her straps caught on logs in the bank and can get. And the abuse was on or around the head. That one was, yeah, at the school. Yeah. Good point, BB Diamond. Yeah. I mean, hey, Leah, even Candace didn't have a chance being Grandis, being your mother.
To the house when Don wasn't around?
Well, there's this one incident last summer before Donnie went to Utah. We were at the Shell station in Dunkin' Donuts, and we're getting stuff for the kids for the day because we were going to go to the Warriors. And we are going to let the kids go swimming and play in the playground, have a picnic. And Candace started talking to some strange dude who was a tool. And we thought she was going to leave him there. And she drives around, picks the guy up, and invites him to go to Warriors with us. I'm like, oh my God, this woman's nuts. And then she brings him up to her house. And then when her husband came home from work, he's like, oh, who's this? She goes, oh, this is Sherry's boyfriend. Like, are you kidding me? Right now, like, why not tell your husband? Like, why not tell your husband?
Notice this is a pattern of Candace. She would pick up men. She would say, oh, this is Sherry's boyfriend. Oh, this one, Jose, he's gay. She would make an excuse, so Dawn wouldn't be jealous. Dawn and Candace are very, very jealous of each other. So why would she make an excuse like that? Because, well, 1, it's inappropriate. And 2, in my opinion, to keep Dawn from flying off the handle. You don't think the Wells got their phones back, hence the new ones? They did get their phones back, but regardless, they went and got new phones the same day or the next day. I can't remember. And also, Dawn recently said that the TBI came and got his new phone and checked that out as well. Well, that's interesting news. He didn't say they went and got Candace's. He didn't say they went and got Grandis's. He said they came and got his phone, his new phone. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting news. He also says that all three of them were deleted. Now, that's BS. Absolute BS. Dawn plus Cant, the real reason Summer's head was shaved. Evil ass people. Yeah. Justin, I feel differently about the jealousy. I think while using, they'll do anything for money and substance. Oh, I absolutely think they'll do anything for money and substance, but they are jealous. They really are jealous. I mean, I think they'll do anything for them for money or substance as long as the other one doesn't know. It's my opinion, though. Don wants people to look at him so they don't. You think so? Well, we all saw the text that Crime Stories SS put out between Don or David and Candace when Candace returned from Arkansas JS open relationship.
When like, oh, I just picked this dude up on the side of the road.
Was that common?
No, that was the first time she'd done that in front of me.
That's okay. That's yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't even know what to say to that, Allie. Like I'm like I don't even know what to say. And that was your mom's boyfriend now, apparently. Okay. Let's see. See, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I don't even know what to say to that, Allie. Like I'm like I don't even know what to say. And that was your mom's boyfriend now, apparently. Okay. Let's see. Melissa, what else?
I don't know why it does that. It annoys me. Come on,
I don't know if
Campbell.
you would be able, if you would know if she has been taking anything since this. I don't know if because your communication hasn't been there, but do you happen to know?
Nope. But it just strikes me as odd that she wasn't showing any kind of
Okay.
emotion.
She wasn't showing any emotions, and now she called to tell you about Summer.
She wasn't even showing any emotions in, like, when I got to talk to her when Summer was missing.
Allie and Leslie both say she wasn't showing any emotions. What kind of parent doesn't show emotions? What kind of parent? Yes, Debbie Jean, I agree. Why be jealous? They both mess around. Yeah, but they still. Ugh, what a mess. Don says they've kicked their door in 8 times. They took his dash out. They haven't done that to anybody else. Haven't went and knocked anyone's door down at all. Pulling dashes out.
But
She was
she went missing.
the night she went missing. When I was talking to Candace on the phone, she wasn't even on video. She was pacing back and forth in her kitchen, fiddling with her hat on her head. And yawning. She wasn't crying or nothing. If that was my kid, I'd be crying my eyes out.
I can see Candace in the kitchen pacing back and forth with her hat, messing with her hat. No, they're not parents. No. He has been arrested twice since 2. Yeah, I mean, unrelated, but yes, that is true. Yeah. They need to be brought in. I'm real tired. I know. We all are. We all are. Yeah. Yeah, if you can't clear the parents in 2.5 years, people's like, well, they would be arrested by now. No, they would be cleared by now. How about that? They would be cleared by now. They would be cleared by now. The church leaning team. Hello. There's that.
So you talked to Candace on June 15th that night?
Yes, I was at the ball field at, let's see.
She called at 7:29.
She called my
No,
son.
Hunter. She called Hunter. That's about 15 after 7. And Hunter called my phone at the ball field at 7:29. And then when
Why? This has me confused. Why is she, I mean, supposedly she couldn't get a hold of Allie, allegedly. So she called Hunter's phone. But why is she always getting in touch with Hunter, a 16-year-old? Why? Why? If you'll notice that no, there's 839 likes, my dear. 839 likes. It's just YouTube. Sometimes you can't, the likes and the view counts and stuff has been crazy. But if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, I would greatly appreciate it. Me too, exploited. Me too. He was 15 at the time. 15, rather. Sorry. Over and over. Calling H to see what he told TBI. Calling H for a fact via FaceTime, well, Facebook Messenger video, over and over after Summer went missing. I don't know why they will not release. I have talked to everyone and then some. I have done everything that I know to do to get the 911 calls. Still trying. Probably not going to do it, but if obviously if it's if there's something in it with the investigation, they're not going to release it. But Hawkins County doesn't want to release nothing for nobody, not just the Wells.
we got back, we was sitting here talking, and then Candace called on Snapchat on video
I got booted out of my own stream, sorry.
about 11 something, close to 12 on video.
Does she normally call on video?
Nope. And I started asking her questions. I'm like, what were you guys doing? How did she become missing? Like, what did you guys, like, what were they doing and stuff? And that's when she started giving me the story about them planting flowers and going in the camper, washing their hands, getting candy. And then she walked from the trailer to the house, and then it was all crazy. She never showed any ounce of emotion.
And then you asked where her mom was at, and she said she's outside talking to the police because I'm not talking to them.
Now, do you know if the neighbors did see anything?
That's right, folks. Her daughter's missing, and she doesn't want to talk to the police. She doesn't want to talk to the police. The very night. And I absolutely believe Leslie and Allie there. The reason being is they had to come and physically get her to go down to the police station. Why? Why does it take you 13 days to plead, not even plead for your daughter? You didn't even plead for your daughter. Neither one of you did. Neither one of you did. It wasn't Summer, if you're out there and you see this, mommy and daddy, we're coming for you. Stay calm. If you have our daughter, no questions asked, drop her off at the safest place. Not, I don't know how, let her come home. I don't know how you might do that because you're probably, worried about going to prison for the rest of your life. Dumbass.
Or
Talking to the police.
Nope, I haven't heard anything.
I felt like what's her name off of Legally Blonde? Oh God. Makes me want a hot dog real bad. That one. Dumbass is what the way she says it. God, I can't think of her name. He's a dumbass.
do you know anyone that
And Summer wanted to go inside her house and play. So Candace watched.
All right. Now we're moving on to Dotson. Listen very carefully.
Summer walk from the camper into the front door, and she watched her walk into the house. The brothers were in there, and I can't recall, they might have been on the internet or they might have been watching TV. I apologize, I can't remember exactly what she said. And she said that the brothers came in or Summer came in, and the brothers saw Summer go down into the basement to play. And then Candace said that, a few minutes later, I think so, maybe like 20 minutes later, she came in looking for Summer, and the boys told Candace that Summer was down in the basement. Candace went down there, and Summer was gone. Keeping in mind that there's the front door of the house, and down in the basement there is a door that leads to the outside. So those are the only two doors that are in and out. And as far as and that's when she notified the police when they could not find her.
Did they tell you if the basement door was open or closed or locked or?
They told me it was locked, and the children even told me that it was locked.
They told me it was locked, and the children even told me it was locked. Huh. The children even told him that the basement was locked. Thank you, Inch. Candace, how you said the people in the truck need to explain themselves? I agree, but you need to explain yourself too. It's time to explain. Clear up the BS. The boys even told David Dotson the basement was locked. That basement door stayed locked. According to Don, everyone that I can think of said that stayed locked. Don said he went upstairs to even go out to get his truck every morning.
So, with that, the front door was the only way in or out.
and can she reach that lock down there? Or does she know how to unlock it?
That I do not know. I've not actually been in the basement myself. I don't know how it's set up down there. But as far as one of the sons did tell me that the door was locked while she was down there, and Summer's mom, she confirmed that with me because that was.
Oh, one of the boys said it was locked while she was down there, and Candace confirmed that with me. Booyah. So, was there any was the door disturbed? Was the door kicked in, Dawn, on June 15th? No. No. How many children know that they were upstairs not paying attention and nothing at all to remember? Well, in my opinion, right there, that shows you that the boys know more. That shows you that the boys, in my opinion, know more because the boy told David that the door was locked. Possible, Judy. Of course, Summer never went to the basement and was always in the truck or handed off before Candace got home. She was never in that basement, in my opinion.
One of my things. So I don't know if Summer went in there and the boys were playing, that she came back out. I just don't know. I haven't really heard him, have heard that, people, saying, oh, how she can play if she has a hurt knee, and not. But as far as, because that was one of my things. So I don't know if Summer went in there and the boys were playing, that she came back out. I just don't know. She does limp, okay. But as far as I haven't really heard him, have heard that, people, saying, oh, how she can play if she has a hurt knee, and not
Right.
that I don't know anything about going to the emergency room that day that Summer went missing.
Okay.
Yeah, that I'm not. This is the first time that I've heard this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of the things that Candace had said, was that she'd gone to the emergency room that morning. So I mean, not that afternoon or evening. It was earlier in the day. But I just didn't know about the knee thing, because I'll be very honest. You could have a hurt knee and you could still watch somebody else planting flowers, and I would include them in it, or I would, maybe I'm standing up and planting flowers.
So yeah, that's what Grandis wants to do after, having an injured knee that day. She wants to go fishing and or swimming, go to the grocery store for an hour, Sonic, run around town to tobacco stores, the pharmacies, come home, and then plant flowers. Even if she's watching, she's not going to give a wooden nickel about a cactus or a succulent. They don't even, cactus or succulents, they can live outside of dirt for months.
So that when Don took his,
Listen to
he
this.
told me they gave him like 3 or 4 different lie detector tests all in the same day, and he passed. Then the first time that
That's what Don said. Now, they give you 3 or 4 lie detector tests. It's very uncommon for them to give you more than 1 lie detector test. Very uncommon. But Don said they kept falling asleep. And he said that they told him to come back in a couple days. Now, David Dotson, he is saying that Don told him they gave him 3 or 4 in the same day and he passed. Now, if you pass the first one, why are you going to need a second one or a third one or even a fourth one, according to David Dotson? Now, listen to this.
Candace took her lie detector test, and this is what she told me. Okay, she said that she was very tired, and the investigator who was giving the exam to her, obviously she was just very nervous. She did tell me that she there were a couple of areas that showed deception, and they talked to Candace about it, and they said, tell you what, they contributed it to her maybe being tired, and she was very stressed out because they had been interviewed for hours and hours and hours. So what they
Now, lie detector tests are highly flawed. They don't test truthfulness. They test blood pressure and heart rates and stuff. They don't actually test truthfulness. Typically when someone lies and it bothers them, it it changes your blood pressure or your heart rate. But Don and Candace, and let me tell you something. If you think they weren't on hugs whenever Summer went missing in the days after, you got another thing coming. You're not supposed to take blood pressure medicine, antidepressant, much less mathematics. Huh. Hello.
told Candace to do. Said, tell you what, we want you to go home for the weekend, and on Monday we want you to come back. And that's what she did. She came back on that Monday, I believe it was a Monday, and she passed with flying colors.
Passed with flying colors.
Monday, and she passed with flying colors.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. I'm just trying to look for some questions. Just entered was. Do you happen to know, or when you got to the house on the 15th, were you told if Grandma Candace had gone swimming to the swimming hole that day, or had gone out and run errands that day with Candace and Summer?
I do not recall about what happened to Grandma or where she was during the time. I know Candace was showing the officers and myself videos that they had of the boys and Summer swimming. I know they had gone swimming earlier that day. But as far as the grandmother, that I do not. I don't have any information on that.
Okay.
Oh, that is another person that says, "Oh, I don't have information on Grandma going." Don't have information on Grandma going swimming. That's a problem for you, Grandis. That's a problem for you, Candace. That's a problem for you, Donnie. Isn't it?
Okay, no worries. Have you met Rose Meyer? Met the boys outside of church? Have you ever met the kids outside of church? Have you guys ever gone and done anything together?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Somebody they were asking that one. Let me see. A lot of people would like to help send them stuff. Have you ever met the young boy that went swimming with them that day? We try not to say his name because he's young. But,
I know who you're talking about. No, I have never met him.
Okay. Or any of his family members?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Candace was talking to him on she was FaceTiming with him one day when I was over there.
Oh, there's another account. She was FaceTiming with H while he and Robin were over there. You wasn't supposed to be doing that, Can. I did. You hear that? Did you hear that? Thank you, Sky. Interesting.
And I saw, Candace said, "Hey, this is our friend David," and then she goes, "Hey, David, this is," and I'm not going to say his name.
Yeah.
Oh, so Can introduced via Skype, Facebook Messenger video, David. So that is check mark for sure. He knows who H is. They were introduced by Can. Why is she talking to this 16-year-old nonstop? Why? Hmm? Hmm?
This is so and so, but that's the only time that I had ever met him.
Okay.
But
about how long? Do you know how long ago that was? Because I know that Candace had said that the families have a very strained relationship.
It was probably they don't hold me to that. It was probably within the first week that Summer went missing.
Oh, okay. Probably within the first week of Summer going missing. So within the 16th to the 22nd, right? She's still talking to H. Was she supposed to be talking to H? No. But you know what? I'm sure Oh, I think she is, along with Dawn. I absolutely, in my opinion, they have some tendencies. Definitely. They are definitely showing the behavior.
Okay. Let me see. I'm just trying to make
Someone
sure
wants
that,
to know if they can send them for.
community search parties yet.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Okay.
I believe TBI's number is just 1-800-TBI find.
I believe you are correct on that, ma'am.
Yes.
Natalie would like to know, do you happen to know if the boys actually saw Summer inside the house that day?
From what I was told by the parents from Candace is that they saw Summer walk in. But the boys have not told me that directly. But Candace told me that the boys.
Oh, so Candace tells them that, but the boys don't tell David that. But the boys did say that they know the door was locked downstairs. Interesting. Oh, we're going to get to that. 1-800, we're going to get to that. You thought it was you, Ziggy?
Said that they saw Summer walk in.
Autumn is asking, you happened to mention a video that you had seen of Candace showing the Summer and the boys were swimming.
Yes.
Do you know, was that all of her boys, or was that the young boy we were talking about?
The video I saw was of Summer and her 3 brothers, but not the other young man.
Was it from that day or from a totally separate time that you'd seen that video?
That's that video that she showed me was the day she showed me that day that Summer went missing.
Now, either David Dotson is mistaken here, or Candace is a lying mother chicken. I don't know. But there's a follow-up to this. Let's see what they say.
Okay. Did you say it was taken that day, or it was taken a different day?
Yes, ma'am. It was taken that day. Okay. They had gone out there swimming.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It was taken that day. Boy, that's interesting. That's real interesting. Hey, Don and Candace, y'all got no alibis. You're both going down 100%. Enjoy your freedom while you can, Marlena Cantu says. That's a problem. That's a problem. Because I can tell you that people who have nothing to hide nothing. And they don't have this many inconsistencies. They certainly don't. They certainly don't. So, was David Dotson still confused? Or did Can lie? Because he said Candace showed Summer and the boys swimming that day she went missing.
Someone in chat had asked because there's a.
Now, David Dotson doesn't really have a reason why lie and say the boys went swimming. Exactly. He doesn't have a reason to lie, in my opinion. He really doesn't have any reason to lie.
Rumor going around that Grandma Candace had left town.
Community search parties yet.
Yes, ma'am.
And I believe TBI's number is just 1-800-TBI find.
I believe you are correct on that, ma'am.
Yes.
Natalie would like to know, do you happen to know if the boys actually saw Summer inside the house that day?
Sorry,
From what I was told
recollection.
by the parents from Candace is that they saw Summer walk in. But the boys have not told me that directly. But Candace told me that the boys said that they saw Summer walk in.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Autumn is asking you. You happened to mention a video that you had seen of Candace showing that Summer and the boys were swimming.
Yes.
Do you know, was that all of her boys, or was that the young boy we were talking about?
The video I saw was of Summer and her 3 brothers, but not the other young man.
Was it from that day or from a totally separate time that you'd seen that video?
And I just want to reiterate that David knows who H is, because remember the clip earlier, she introduced David and H over the video. Yeah, Teresa's great. She's really great. So remember that she introduced, meaning Candace introduced H and David Dotson over the video.
That's that video that she showed me was the day she showed me that day that Summer went missing.
Okay. Did she say it was taken that day or was taken a different day?
Yes, ma'am. It was taken that day.
She called 911 and she called Donnie, and we sent the boys down over the hill, and I stood in front of the over by.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's what every normal person does, especially when their daughter is missing, Rose Bly, and now their granddaughter is missing. You might as well send the rest of the grandchildren over the hill and pray to God that they're not kidnapped too. Perfect thing to do, Grandis. Kumbaya. Here's you a flashlight or a knife or something. Might as well send the rest of the herd over. As I went down in the river to pray. Miss me with that BS, Grandis.
By the edge there and watched them, and
did y'all hear that door slam?
And was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
For more.
Did y'all hear that door slam?
Film around this side. No, around this side. No, around this side.
Listen to the sound of that fucking door, people.
That never gets old. Listen to the sound of that effing door, people. That never gets old. You heard the door? Yeah, you can hear it in the. And this is lower here too. Hear it. Grandis looks, but
over by the edge there and watched them, and was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
For more than a decade, Hare has said the same prayer.
I hope and I pray.
Yeah, said the same prayer. Said the same prayer. You hear the sound of that door, people? Tell them, PG.
Film around this side. No, around this side. No, around this side.
Listen to
the devil is alive. Film around this side. No, around this side. No, around this side.
Listen to the sound of that fucking door, people.
The devil is alive. 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 The devil is alive.
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition, brothers and sisters. You hear that, Can? You hear it?
Some people just don't understand country living. I agree. Some people just don't understand country living. I agree.
Thank you, Sandy. I'm done. I'm telling you. It's 8 seconds. It's got to catch up. I know I'm muted. It's got to catch up. We're 8 seconds apart. See, right now, I'm 8 seconds in the future by the time this gets to you. Ready? Okay. That's an insult to us country folks. It really is, Benson, because believe it or not, I was raised a country folk. Parents are proud. Parents are proud. So country folk, we take care of our stuff. And country doesn't mean dirty, and poor doesn't mean filthy. No matter what anyone says, don't ever buy that. Don't. Am I still muted, or is people just catching up? Is people still catching? Okay, y'all are still catching up. Some of y'all are behind. So don't ever buy that at all.
You said obviously no Don's there, but like the mother and all those other people, are they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
They have attorneys. Attorneys. They have
After
attorneys.
crews have found no trace.
Attorneys. And there's nothing wrong with having attorneys, but there is a problem with you not cooperating in your daughter's investigation. With what money can they afford one? Well, you know, is what it is. Your hours behind you all. The FBI and law enforcement have eyes on every move. Sooner or later, they will go down in this TikTok, Candace, Don, and Can. I bet they ain't figured out why people care so much now. Well, there are countless people who care for Little Summer Moon Utah Wells. She was given up on, and she was failed by her parents, people around her, in the system. Mary Jane, thank you so much for your $5. I appreciate it, my dear. Means a lot. Keeping this little channel going means a lot. Thank you, my dear. I still, the FBI needs to team up with TBA. Oh, they're working hand in hand. They're working hand in hand. They're working in tandem. Don't rest assured. No, my mother was extremely poor with me and my sister. No food half the time, but my mother kept a clean house. Absolutely, Jenny. And listen, Don and Candace weren't poor. They were just filthy, careless, neglectful parents. Ziggy says, I can't wait to sit in a courtroom and watch Candace and Don be put on trial. Listen, let me tell you something. Me and Nancy Drew will be BFFs because we will be like this, taking notes, because I will not miss it. If I have to stand a week in line before other people to get there, I will tell Candace to give me my fucking tents back. Give me my tents back, Candace, so I can camp out in front of the courthouse to watch a trial. Yours is what I'll do. You can have one. I just need the other. Not that you're going to be able to use it. You probably sold it for crack, but they are going to have to build a larger courthouse. They probably will. They probably will. But there's going to be a lot. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Hawkins County will have never seen so many people descend in Hawkins County is when Summer gets justice. Yes. Me and Justin have talked about this before and reminisced, talking about the day we get to sit in the courthouse. Click, 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 click. Ronnie Lawson didn't put any effort into Summer's case because he was listen, I think there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on, you're right. He was preoccupied with a lot of other things later on, for sure. I can't stand for long periods, so you got to get tense. Yes. I can just see Daisy will be sitting on the other side. And we'll be sitting on our side, and I'll be like, Nancy, I need your lipstick. Here you go, Moo Moo. We got justice for her. Finally. I doubt it. I guarantee you they won't televise it. Guarantee you they won't. Not if Ronnie Lawson is in power. Yeah. I'll be the character witness. Not that I have any character. But I'm a state witness. Hawkins County will need, yeah, probably Ruby. She'll be like this. Hold on, let me find it.
Right off the bat, do you think Justin used?
But when people's got a weak mind, they're going to do it. That just shows their.
Before you end up in the fucking jailhouse. Before you end up in the fucking jailhouse. Before you end up in the fucking jailhouse. Stop with your bullshit, you bunch of crooked ass motherfuckers. This old bitch is going to end up in court. Yeah, I'm going to take her to court. I'm going to sue her. 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 I'm going to sue her.
Trevor Lee for Hawkins County next DA. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. I mean, there'll be a lot of sewer. No, you're not blocked, Joy Carter. I just checked, Ella. Sorry to scare you. Don't scare Joy. Ziggy. Don't scare Joy. What is wrong with you? Her name is Joy. She's joyful. wrong with you, Ziggy? What's wrong with you? What else we got? Oh, that's a sad one. Don't want that one. Oh, this is the meet homophobe.
When Justin is going to realize he isn't a woman. Well, rain girl.
Never. 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 All right, y'all. Nobody can. Nobody can. I mean, honestly, the Pope would slap her. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to be negative. The Pope would slap her. That's it. All right, guys. God bless each and every one of you. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Okay? Love you all. Appreciate you all. It has been 909 days for Summer Moon Utah Wells. And it's a day closer as well. It's a day closer. It's another day, but it's also a day closer. And it's been 867 days for Monkey Michael Vaughn. And they're both going to get justice. They're both going to get justice. That is for certain. I love each and every single one of your beating hearts, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. You could have chosen to be anywhere, but you chose to be with me the last 2 hours, 7 minutes, and 55 seconds, and I appreciate it. Please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Share this on your social media if you don't mind. That would really help even that much more. You have no idea. Thank you so much, RN for life. God bless you. I appreciate you more than you know. Keeps us going little at a time. I will thank you, Jordan. I appreciate it. Thank you all. I will be live tomorrow at some point. I have to go from the start to the beginning now. Well, that's okay. That's all right. I'll be right here. It'll just be replaying. I mean, I won't be here, but my video will be here. So I love you all truly from thank you for sharing it, Connie. I appreciate it. Thank you, Crystal, for sharing it on Facebook. It really helps a ton if you share it even that much more. Yeah, Pixie, I'm a little sassier. I got some actually I slept an hour before I came live because it was a long day, long Monday. So that helped. So I usually only sleep like 4 hours. So I slept 25% extra today. All right. The case has been so confusing and heartbreaking. It really has. It really has. Love you truly. God bless each and every one of you. Justice for Summer Moon Utah Wells. Justice for Monkey Michael Vaughn. Justice for the Cow City Boys and every single victim out there that it is not solved. They are not found. It doesn't mean they are lost within our hearts. They're forever within our hearts. God bless each and every one of you. Good night.